1.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey, I'm Jimmy. Welcome to Season 3 of the Lansdowne Show. This episode, we got a bunch of new student-produced films. Here's one now.
Hi everyone, this is Deja. I'm here at Lansdowne. Our football team is getting ready for their game versus Parkfield. I think they're ready, they're fired up, and they're focused, so hopefully they get a win today.
Every run you make should show the preparation that we've had this entire week leading up to this game. Show this team what it means to play like a Viking. Be unstoppable today.
This month, we're featuring several segments about science because they always start off the year with great hands-on experiments.
So today my GT biology students are designing their own labs to practice with the scientific method, and I posed a question for them to answer, and that question was, are double-stuffed Oreos actually double-stuffed? And they had to pick whatever materials they wanted to use. They had to design their lab entirely however they wanted to, as long as they were able to answer the question correctly. And they went about, got all their data, and right now they're writing up all their conclusions, and we'll see what the answer winds up being. I'm hoping that if I pay for double stuff, I can get a double stuff.
The double stuffed Oreo is only 1/3 times bigger.
Hi, I'm Desani and I'm here with Jake and he's in class.
Oh, GT biology.
What are you doing in that class today, Jake?
We're testing the scientific method by measuring the weight of Oreos and using the scientific method to find out if double stuffed Oreos are actually double stuffed.
Rift? No. Alright guys, so what'd you want to find? Are they double stuffed?
Yes.
How do you know?
Double stuffed Oreos are 5.75 grams, and then regular Oreo 6.65, 2.65.
Sounds like double to me.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
the planet Zork, in case you ever need directions to Zork. We're on Zork. We're out of water. We have to find water before the end of this period or we're going to die. And they don't speak English very well. They don't know the words for water, clear, or liquid, but they are going to help us by bringing 7 clear liquids to us and letting us test to find out which one is water. Alright, so let's see. You guys got any procedures? Anybody ready to go? Alright, show them to me. And you can pick any station you want, guys. I won't want more than 4 people at a station, but you can go anywhere you want once I approve you.
Get my procedure checked so I can go back and test it out.
Ready?
Audio Jungle.
I poured the liquid in there, and this is a pH strip, and once you put it in the water, it tells you the liquid, you just tell which pH 8 it is, and we're trying to find water, and water is 7.
Some of them smell pretty bad.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
We're having a great time in Miss Cotter's zoology class. Testing water.
Our next segment is produced by Josh Bainey, and it's all about the field trip with Western Tech students to visit Baltimore artists and how to make a career out of artwork.
This is my art studio. Nick has arranged for you guys to come in here and take a demonstration of one of our classes, as well as for me to talk to you guys about how I run my business. Alright, so this is our main product. We do the silkscreen printing here, and we do the welding and cutting of this frame. So we build this frame out of angle iron, which comes in from a shop just down the street. And we do this, we put a wire on it, and we take it out and we sell it. So we're making our own spin off of that silkscreen. So people come in, they bring us their own photo, and they print on this or one of these coat bags. When you guys set up, I'm going to show you how we wash out the silkscreen, which is what Nick was just bumped into over there, is our silkscreen exposure box. So there's a green. You got it? Alright, so this green is like the unsensitized, or the unexposed area, and this is like where the lights hit it. This is the design brand setting you guys have worked on. So this went on there, the light shone through it, and then hardened that up. Alrighty, let's go over in there.
What's the coolest thing that you've learned so far about art and what they do here?
Like the process of it, how they go about like getting pictures.
I didn't realize that being an artist was this difficult, like having to network yourself and get things out there. I thought that you would just sell it and people would buy it, but I learned a lot about the process.
I used to do whatever I could to make money as an artist, because that's what I wanted to do, is to be an artist as a job. So it was always a job first, and then it became more about what I wanted to do. I got more creative, and I could start to do more of what I wanted to do, and that's always been sort of the goal, is to do what you want to do for money. Like the Venn diagram, one side is like, you know, things that you have to do, and the other side is things that you get to do, and you're trying to like push it together so that you have the maximum in the middle. And that's what my goal is to spend my days doing things that I enjoy doing, and either hire or don't.
And so we'd be sitting around eating, and I was like, you know what, God, I want to take this time, and I'm not pushing religion on anybody, I'm just telling you how I became an artist. I want to take this time and worship you full time. And I was like, oh man, that's an idea. And then I said, I want to trust you for more than a paycheck, because I really believe in God and Jesus and all. And again, I'm not pushing my religion on you, I'm just telling you about me. So I was like, oh wow, God, that's a great idea. You know, I talked to God and all that stuff. So next morning I put on my gospel music, and out of my worship came art. I mean, I have a degree in mass communications. I used to do radio and TV. I was a journalist. I was the editor of a newspaper. And I used to do all of that stuff. You know, but out of my worship came this thing of art, of finding stuff, finding materials and stuff that people throw on the streets. And I started putting together and making art out of it. And I decorated this entire house in California. It was a rented house. It wasn't even my house. You know, so anyway, stuff. I mean, it was incredible. And the Getty Museum was the first museum. If you're not familiar with the Getty Museum, it's one of the richest museums in the nation. They gave me kudos. That was one of the top 12 things that California, to see in California. And writers from all over the world, they did the symposium, and they had to write about these top 12 things. And I was next to the Disney Center. You know, the Disney Center. I couldn't believe it. And so my art career began to go, but that's a really, really hard path. But if you stick with it, the rewards are so
incredible. So I always was a boy with a photographer, boy with a camera. I went away to college. Everybody thought I was going to be some big great student and a doctor or something of some sort. I started working for this guy was had a digital studio. He was one of the first digital studios in the area. Let's see, I liked how fast the digital photography was and how easy it seemed to take a picture, and you didn't have to film at all. I say just don't listen to what the schools tell you, although you guys are all artists. Is that, you know, keep doing what you're doing. You know, I look back at what I used to do, scribbling on my notebooks in high school in 9th grade, and then looking at the like, say, if you look at the sky of that boat picture on the top and the back there, or in the front, you know, that sort of squiggly sky with the, I don't know how to describe it, but you know, that brush stroke that I have. I've been doing that brush stroke since I was, 10 years old, I think. I always used to do that sort of scribbled brush stroke.
So many people come and go, you can only choose to show. If you're hers now, you'll never be. It will be the truth that knows. Never told her that it was forever her and me. I guess now that I can see, love will find me. Kiss leaves me breathless, time and time again. She'd be here forever and stick it out till the end. heart is strong and pure. I hope one day she'll see I'm lost without her by my side, but I know love will find me.
This is why no one likes to go sing. We are
I did not make that though. Here, I'm trying to do it.
Alright, so I'm just gonna pull it.
I didn't even have to see it. I just like to do it as like trace pictures.
Goes into isolation, becomes
Why am I doing
becomes a hermit.
I need a new page.
I've seen it so ugly.
Oh, that's what I got. Okay.
Damn it, Tara. You had one job. Ugh, I can't bounce back.
Alright, you want to tell us what you're working on today?
The figure drawings, and it's gonna be this picture and picture of Tara, and it's supposed to be like an Alice in Wonderland theme. So here's the checkered floor. I'm gonna add the a clock in the background, the rabbit, and just craziness.
And tell me what you're doing today.
Oh my god. Hey.
Sorry.
Oh, hey there.
How's it going?
It's going great. I'm planning paintings.
Paintings of what?
Naked women with stuff wrapped around their faces and private parts.
Is there like a significant reason for that? Meaning behind it, anything like that?
See, the thing is, there's gonna be cellophane wrapped around their faces and their boobs and their you know. So it's gonna be like the censorship of women and like the female anatomy. You know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
So tell me what you're doing, Amani.
I am drawing this girl in this pose and this scene.
You can do
And also this girl. She's really pretty. And this girl. I think they're twins. And Leanne is like right leg. Smooth.
These biscuits.
Okay, so my name is Kristen Leo, and I'm in a biomedical science class, Project Lead the Way. And right now we're learning how to triage patients and determining if they're non-urgent, which means they can go home, urgent, which means they can wait a little bit and then be seen, or emergent, which means they need to go back right away. And this kind of just tells us like what it's like to be in an ER and how they run things there.
If I was a doctor.
We were calculating the velocity of our liger. Elena recommended a liger for this class, so there was my drawing of a liger. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do, it says, write down the equation for velocity. Go ahead and write it down. We just talked about it. Hopefully you just wrote it down somewhere else. You're going to write it down again. And then right underneath, it says, how fast do you think you can run? So everybody does this. You're all going to figure out how long it takes you to go 10 meters. Flip to the back of your paper. And if you look right up top where it says extension, how many people are going to do that part? One. Have one person in your group do it. So everybody does the front, and then you get to pick the lucky sacrificial lamb to do the one on the back. That one's going to go out 10 and come back 5. So picture,
You got to run. No, she got to run.
Don't fall.
Go. Stop. Ready? Set. Go. Okay, I got this one. Ready? Set. Go. 2.88. About 3.47 seconds. It's pretty fast, I guess.
You guys can see that some of these strings have been changed and others have not.
over time these get oxidized and they get stiff and brittle, and we need to change the strings. It's sort of like changing the oil on your car. And so 6, 5, and 4 have been changed today by this wonderful class next to you. And we're going to keep going. Part of the training in all of my guitar classes is how to properly maintain your instrument. We change our strings about once a semester. If you're a professional guitar player, you're probably changing your guitar strings once a week. We just got a broken string, so guess what, Jada? Go get, well, you don't need to get a table because we got one right here.
Farthest from the floor. Turn your tuning key to sound your string.
So what are you doing now?
Turning the clockwise. Tightens the string and raises the pitch. Clockwise loosens the string, lowering the pitch. E6 string.
Gonna go underneath. And again, it goes over top from the inside out, right? You're right, keep going.
Make sure to place the thumb of your left hand on the back of the neck behind the second fret. This will anchor your left hand in playing position. It's important that your hand remain in playing position, even when playing open string notes like E. Our fingerboard.
Done?
Your fingers should be perpendicular.
So that's it?
Yeah. The more you do it, the easier it gets.
Alright, we're hard at work, aren't we?
You know we had throwing something fun. Here's a video from the Zach kids.
Ciao, Miss friends. Welcome back to the cooking show, How to Not Starve in College, where we show you how to survive on no money. It's ridiculous to think that you can possibly eat anything other than ramen on no budget. But we will show you. We will show you. Now, many of us know that there are 3 very valuable resources in college. One of them is money, 2 of them is time, and the 3rd one is dignity. There is no dignity in ramen. There's none. But what if I told you that you could make something that has dignity and is cheap and doesn't take all of your time? You would call me a madman. But I'm no madman. I am just a humble chef. Now, today we are going to make something called a Southwest chicken skillet. I don't know from what Southwest. From what I've heard, it's Mexican related. For today, we are going to use 1 cup uncooked long grain white rice. Make sure it's not brown rice, that requires more water and won't work. 1 cup of salsa, any kind you prefer. 1.5 to 2 cups of pre-cooked shredded chicken. 1 15-ounce can of black beans, strained. 1 tablespoon of chili powder. 1 3/4 cups or a can about this size of chicken broth. 1 cup of shredded cheese. Mexican works very well, and 2 to 3 green onions sliced. Now, our first step is to take the can of beans and make sure it is nicely drained. And for our next step, we have to combine the rice and the salsa and the chicken and the black beans, which we just drained. Now that we've measured everything out, we put the cheese away for later. That goes on top of the skillet after it's done boiling. Now it's time to mix it up. Now that we've stirred everything up, put a lid of any kind over the skillet and put it on the stove and bring it to a boil. Now that our skillet has come to a full boil, we need to turn down the heat to a more sensible low and let it simmer for about 30 minutes. Well, it's been half an hour. Let's check on how our skillet's doing. Ah, very good. Look at how the colors blend together. But there is one more ingredient. Well, two. We need to put on the cheese that I was saving earlier. Let's just dump it over the top. No more timer. Make sure it's nice and even. Ooh, that's a good bit of cheese. And next, you're gonna want to put the green onions on that I said we had earlier. I chopped them up for us, but you obviously need to do that yourself. Ah, very good. Oh, that just looks scrumptious. Well, that's our show for today. I really do hope that you enjoyed our Southwest Chicken Skillet. Be sure to join us again next month, where we will be cooking other wonderful things to keep you from starving. Stay well fed, my friends. Goodbye.
Carries on production.
Shot is done. Put your arms out, ready position. Here we go. Pass!
Thanks for watching with me, Minty Jimmy. Follow me on IG at Minty Jimmy, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, LHS Televideo. I'll see you next time on the Lansdowne Show.